Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life.
All righty, it's time for you to call me at 1-800-252-1025, or we'll gladly take your emails. Lifecoach at KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by that handsome man that was here yesterday, Rick Jones, Goldberg Jones, divorceman. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Let us talk to Lee in Kent. Good morning, Lee.
Yes, my girlfriend, I bought her a cell phone to go along with my plan, keep in touch, and then I got into my records and discovered she's been texting another man for last year.
All right, now let me ask you something, Lee. So you're on the same account, so you get a copy of her text or just the phone number?
I get a copy of her text and the phone number.
Well, then you know what? You're kind of, think about it this way, because there's 100 things about this that bother me. But first of all, she's stupid. I would never, ever take that chance in a mazillion years. I was an unsavory guy, to say the least, in my past many years ago. I'm a bit of ashamed of it now, but I'm not going to call from my own home. I'm not going to have somebody call me back and have my wife answer, or ex-wife in this case. She didn't take, you know what? She did two things. One, she's stupid, and I don't like that. And two, she had absolutely no regard for your feelings. I can't believe it took you a whole year to stumble on this. So let me ask you this. What changed that made you stumble on these texts?
Well, she stopped talking to me, and she wouldn't, like if we'd go into a restaurant, she'd always be in the bathroom 90% of the time.
Oh, gee, she's having an affair right now. She's cheating on you right now under your nose. Like I said, with the texts and the things like that going on, and you getting a copy of the text because you're on the same program, and now she's in the bathroom. Is she 14? Tell me she's not 14, Lee. That would be gross.
No, hell no.
Okay, but the thing is, so I don't even understand your question. I hate her, and I want you to break up with her immediately. And if you have any stuff with her, I want you to get it right back. But unless it's really important, don't spend a day looking for it. Just move away from this chick. She's death. So what is your question for me?
What should I do?
Break up with her.
Break up with her?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I'm going to take my ring I just gave her and the phone back and tell her it's done today.
I believe that's, you know what? Are you desperately in love with her?
I used to be in love with her, and
because
it's all over now.
there are things that can be worked out. I don't believe this is one of them. People make mistakes. People, she met a guy at the bar. She had too much to drink. Oh my God, Lee, you have to forgive me. I'm sorry. Maybe that can be worked out. But this playing with your feelings like that, I think you need to move along right away, Lee. And I appreciate that you gave me a call, but the answer is to get away from this woman. She's dangerous and she's mean.
If you've got a question for the Life Coach, 800-252-1025. You need to make that call right now, because whatever you're going through, Danny Bonaduce can help you. Make the call. Let's put you on now with Mike in Mount Lake Terrace.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
Hey, Danny, I just wanted to say thank you. You inspired me to quit drinking.
Well, I am very, very glad to hear that. It was my horrible tales of woe, and they finally got to it and said, if Bonaduce can quit drinking, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. I sent you an email about a year ago, and you gave me some advice. And it took a year to find the courage, but I did it, and very happy.
Let me ask you something, Mike, and this will be a shot in 10,000. Do I know you?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, okay. I met a guy at an AA meeting the other day, and you just sound just like him. But either way, it's absolutely fantastic that you quit drinking. The fact that I inspired you makes me feel really, really good. But for those of us that are so addicted, like my friend Sarah drinks, my wife Amy drinks, but if you can't do it, you can't do it. It'll ruin your life. I'm very proud of you that you moved off the juice like that. Congratulations.
And stay strong, Mike. 800-252-1025. Make the call if you've got a problem and need the help of Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. As you can hear, listening to Life Coach every day, any kind of problem you're going through, Danny either has been through it or has learned from his mistakes. You can always email lifecoach@kzok.com as well. That's available to you 24/7. We've got an email here from Samantha in Renton. What do you recommend to bring the spark back to a relatively new marriage? We had a baby before we got married, and we've been married for about a year now, but both of us are working full-time. We're raising our kid. We've got obligations, and neither of us seem to have much energy for adult activities.
You know what's happening here, and this is the thing. You guys, in my estimation, are imagining 90% of the problems. Did you hear your list? We got a new kid. We got new jobs. We're working hard. A lot of people think if you're losing the adult activity, that your marriage is in jeopardy. I disagree on this case in a lot of cases. If you've lost the love and feeling and somebody wants to have sex and the other guy doesn't, or at your age, you've both lost sexual interest in the other, all sorts of problems. But when I go down that laundry list that is your email, you know what you need? You need some time. You need to get a babysitter. You get to get your mom over there, and you need to go off to one of these lodges somewhere. I was going to recommend the one Amy and I went to, but you got a new baby. That place is pretty pricey. But you need some time, and take even 2 days. You're going to have to take 1 day to acclimate to having time to yourself, and the second day, a little time for that love and feeling, but. It's important, but it's coming back around. You're going to make time for it when it's right. People put a lot of emphasis on this because, remember, growing up is the most fun thing in the world. Oh, my God, I'm going to get sex. I cannot believe it. And then all of a sudden you got kids, jobs, bills to pay, deadlines. No, it's not. I don't believe you're in any trouble whatsoever. The only trouble that can come from your situation is not recognize there's no trouble. Because if you try and fix this too hard, you're going to imagine a problem you don't have.
All right, it's Danny Bonaduce, life coach, solving your problems one phone call at a time, 800-252-1025. Tom in Tacoma, you're on with the life coach.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, how's it going there, Dan?
It's all good.
Man, actually, I had 2 surgeries, then I had both of my knees replaced.
Right.
And me and you were the same age, so, you know, and the thing is...
Hey, Tom, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Turn your radio down all the way. It's gonna confuse everything.
All right. Oh, I got it.
There you go.
There we are.
Perfect.
Yeah, and so they cut it a half-inch short, one of my legs.
They cut... Wait. Were you going into the hospital for an amputation?
No, I knee replacement.
Okay, now, what I just heard, was they cut one of your legs too short. Did you get an amputation or not?
No. I just had my knees replaced.
All right, go on. Because you know we're number one with one-legged dudes. Go on, man.
I don't know what to do at the moment. No, should I sue them or get an attorney?
First thing you're going to have to do, my brother, and I swear this is true, no matter what you say, you need to sober up before you do anything. I'm going to go with, are you addicted to the painkillers or are you drinking?
Right now, no, I'm doing nothing. I just woke up. I was just listening to you on the radio.
This is the way you wake up in the morning?
Yeah.
All right, no, I'm with you. I believe you. I'm no expert on this kind of stuff. You sound like you had a real rough night to me. Then your question is, do you have a malpractice lawsuit? I don't believe if you went in for surgery you were aware that you were having, and they did it, you'd have to get how many other doctors have told you one of those knees is too short?
Actually, I was just up there yesterday and got the paperwork showing that they cut one of my legs short.
You need to hire a lawyer right now. You've got a wonderful malpractice suit. You've got a paperwork from another doctor. They hate that. They're very hard to get because doctors they don't want to sue another surgeon or anything like that. If you really have that letter from a doctor, a qualified doctor saying they cut one of your legs too short, now I'm just guessing. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm going to go $1 million minimum. They cut one of your legs too short, one of your knees too short. You need to call a malpractice insurance lawyer right now. And by the way, don't pay them. They'll take it on the come. If you have a good case, they'll get 33% of it, but you won't even be out of pocket, man. Call a lawyer right away.
Let's put you on now with Kelly in Covington. This is Danny Bonaduce, life coach, and there's still time to call 800-252-1025.
Hey, Kelly.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Well, not so good some days, but well, my husband called I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, but he didn't quite give you the whole truth kind of thing.
Well, what did he call about?
Well, I think he said he was 16, but he's 17. His son, who's 17, moved in with us.
Right.
And it's causing us a lot of problems. It's causing me especially a lot of problems.
I remember this phone call.
Okay, I figured you probably would. Well, okay, he does nothing. The kid does nothing.
Yeah, I specifically remember your husband said this, so you're calling me up to give me your perspective on this. So far, your husband was completely specific. That's what he said. He's got the 16 or 17-year-old kid moving in. He does absolutely nothing to help out, and I believe he's rude to you, is he not?
Yes. Yeah, oh yeah, he is.
All right.
Definitely.
So do you have a question for me about this?
Yeah, it's causing problems between my husband and I. And I love my husband. We had a great relationship. I mean, I love kids. I've always loved kids. Anybody who knows me will tell you that I love kids. And I just can't seem to find any place to communicate with this kid or, I explained to him why I feel the way I do and what he's doing, and he says, yeah, okay. And then he does the same thing.
Okay, I'll tell you on that part, and I don't know the rest of the situation, but when you're talking to, I have a teenage boy, and when you're trying to get through to him or one of his friends, and they have that same expression on their face, and they're texting or playing a video game, and they're nodding their head. They don't care. This kid doesn't care one thing that you're saying, Melissa. All he knows is that you're speaking, and he doesn't want you to. So, Kelly, rather. I'm sorry. I apologize. What do you want to do about this? What is your question for me?
I guess my question is, what do I just bite my mouth and just kind of get along?
No, under no circumstances. If this kid's, and I remember your husband's phone call, if this kid is exactly what you or your husband say, he has no right to interject himself in a long relationship. You've had a good, healthy relationship. And what's the legal scenario? Who owns this kid?
Well, his mother just told him to get out. So, the child support's about ready to end, She's pretty much raised him to 17.
All right, well, he's about to be 18, and here's what I suggest. Yeah. Give it that long because, he's your husband's kid. Give it that long, and then if he isn't getting at least some vast improvements by 18, then he's got to go. He's got to get a job. And I believe in kids paying their rent and paying their dues and stuff, but I don't believe this kid should pay his rent in your house. I think if he is not improving and he's not a pleasure to have around, and I don't think he will be, to be honest with you. I'm not that kind of an optimist. That by his 18th birthday, he's to be fully prepared to move out, and I think that's going to bring some rest to you and your husband can help the kid as much as he wants. But I think if he's bringing that kind of damage into a relationship that is, 20 years long or however long you've been together, he has no right to do that, and I say he moves along.
Let's put you on now with Melissa in Tacoma.
Melissa. Hey, Melissa.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So I have my son's father and I are not together, and we haven't been together for 5 years or so. And I'm currently dating a wonderful man, and it's moving into the point of we're going to get married and have children. But my son's father is not for it at all because he still holds on to the relationship. So I'm kind of teetering on a custody battle that I don't want to deal with, and I don't know where to go from here. He's 6.
He's 6. All right. Is your ex-husband married to anybody else?
Oh, he wasn't even my husband, no.
Is your ex-boyfriend married to anybody? No. Does he have a job?
He's going to school.
So he's going to school. Who does he live with?
He lives in a house with his best friend.
He lives in a house with his best friend, so he's got roommates. How's his arrest record look?
Oh, no, he's totally clean.
Nothing at all, even going up through high school, stupid things like that. Well, it doesn't matter. He's living with his roommate. No judge in the whole world. And I don't want to tell you to not be concerned, but the chances of this guy getting custody of your child because you're getting married to a good man and possibly want to make little brothers and sisters for this kid, the chances of your ex-boyfriend getting custody of this kid are almost none. If you want to take any preventative measures that you think you should, although I don't know what they are offhand, but what you want to do is, do you have a job?
Oh, yeah.
Does the guy you're going to marry have a job?
Absolutely.
Do you guys live together?
Yes.
All right, yeah, this guy's, it's an empty threat. I used to do it with my ex-wife because I was mad. I'm going to go for this. I didn't even want custody. I said I'm going to go for custody because I knew it would bother. This guy may not even actually want custody. But the fact of the matter is he's not going to get it, and you need to relax, okay? The ball is totally yours. Thanks. Hang in there, Melissa. Hey, that's all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. A lovely little affair this morning. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones. Divorce or men, call 1-800-DIVORCE.